offline game will be a great option for you to enjoy your day without using any internet connection. So we can freely play the game for free anytime and everywhere. I would like to give you the offline playing game. If you are just watching this video, please tap the like button. Top 10 best offline RPG games for Android iOS. Best game offline for mobile. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Immortal Prince. Immortal Prince, dear Ararat Games developer, I would like to thank you for making a new game offline that is really worth playing now. It's pretty difficult to get a free-to-play offline action RPG nowadays, especially if it doesn't have any VIP system. The game has a semi-open world concept. While we are at the village, we can go around asking the NPC and gather the information about the situation. The portal will always open, so we can get through it every time to reach the dungeon. The monster is quite easy to kill, however, their number will always be increasing, but our power is way too strong. The combat mechanism of the Immortal Prince is, the main character will use a sword as his main weapon. Slash the sword by tapping the basic button, but we can hold down the attack button to do a charge attack and deal area of effect. This skill would be a great way to escape when we are surrounded by the enemy. There is one kunai available to throw in the distance, but we should pick it up again to be able to unleash the kunai again. The graphics are really good for a game with a small size. Immortal Prince is the new RPG offline game for Android. Dark Crusade. Dark Crusade. With a small size, we have a great game action RPG with a dark fantasy theme. The game's graphics are really great, even the control is perfectly done. I love how we can play this game with a gyroscope or turn it off to navigate or control the game manually. The gameplay of Dark Crusade is we will play as a crusader warrior that has a sword as the main weapon. Our main enemy is a zombie and they all will respawn in a random area. We can learn new abilities of Fire Sword that will significantly boost our damage and also hold skill to restore the HP. There is a dodge button and also a block button we can do to prevent the incoming attack. This game doesn't have any storyline at all. We need to clear the stages by killing all of the enemy and playing a hack and slash action RPG. Just to let you know, this game was in beta testing, but I didn't find any news about it anymore. Fortunately, we can play this game right now, but in limited stages. Dark Crusade is the best offline action RPG game hack and slash for Android. Darkus AFK. Darkus AFK Idle RPG Offline. This game is one of you must play RPG in idle gameplay. It has a small size of only 296 MB and playable offline in AFK mode. We can collect more rewards while we are away without internet connections. Try to build up your hero by upgrading the equipment and also do a dungeon raid of dragons. But we can easily get some rewards by placing the hero into a dungeon to make an auto reward after we are waiting for several times. The combat mechanism of Darkus AFK Idle RPG Offline is we are deploying 3 heroes and the skill will recharge automatically. We can tap the skill when it's ready or do an auto combat and speed up the gameplay twice faster. Every combat will represent 3 different waves. Each wave will have a different kind of monster, so we must try to manage the skill at the right time to wipe out every wave. This is the best offline RPG idle games for Android iOS. Powerless Action RPG Offline. This is a real comeback. Finally, the developer updated the whole gameplay and seems way more interesting right now. This offline action RPG has a Diablo vibes. It comes with a dark fantasy and we will fight against the monster. I remember playing it a few moments ago with a dungeon mode, but now the developer developed the game into open world with a story base. We will get a few cutscenes that will explain the game's prologue. The combat mechanism is we need to slash the enemy with our hero, which we can pick 2 different job selections of warrior or magician. The dodge button is able to do, but it will consume some stamina. Every time we kill the enemy, we will get the EXP and try to reach a new level up to place a new ability point and it will grant our hero status point. This game has a top-down view perspective, which is really good for an open world game, offline RPG for Android iOS. Quest Hunter. Quest Hunter. Please let me know if I'm wrong, because as I remember, this game was a premium offline game and we should pay some to get it, but right now I can freely download on Play Store. This game has a hidden gem in a RPG offline game that all players should at least know and try. The gameplay is an open world game that has a lot of missions we can accept through interaction with a NPC around. In game, we can accept for more than one mission. I love how the game's features let the player to gather some material by collecting some berries, wood, or even stone. The game's graphic visual is amazing. The landscape is great with a great monster movement and heroes action. The combat mechanism of Quest Hunter is we can light up the torch to make our visual clearer, use the shovel to kill the enemy around. Equipment and weapons can be bought from a dealer who sells some stuff to us for strengthening up our power. This is the best game offline RPG games for Android iOS. XAIS. I bet many players don't know if this game is playable offline, but we need to log in with internet connection first, only to start the game, then just turn off the connection to run it without the internet connections and playing offline. This game is absolutely a masterpiece, probably one of the best offline games with a turn-based RPG we have seen on mobile. But make sure you have a great phone specification to run it, because when you turn the option becomes the highest graphic, it will push your phone to become a heater, so consider changing it then. The gameplay of XAIS is really amazing. I love how the game has a parry system and also a dodging system. Even this is a turn-based, but seriously, the game turns perfectly with the combat. Every single character will be classified with his own unique skill. We can create a combo and combination attack by tapping continuously when we have a chance on a specific turn. The character design is a top tier and has a high attention to detail on the equipment and appearance. The best offline games RPG mobile. Path of Evil. Diablo-like game. As the game name, this game has a Diablo-like, and it totally has the same UI like how the HP bar is similar to a Diablo. It's okay because I think the developer is really inspired by it. The game has a simple combat mechanism. The basic attack will do automatically when we come closer to the enemy, then it will attack the nearby enemy we face on. When we reach a new level, then we will gain 5 attributes status points for upgrading the strength, dexterity, intelligence, and vitality. Honestly, we can get new rare equipment easily by killing common monsters in the dungeon. All of the monsters are really easy to kill. We will have 3 varieties of the elements like a fire or thunder, but honestly, the game stages are quite repetitive because every area seems to have the same vibes at all, but we need to clear each chapter to move into a different area then. The game's graphics are good for the best offline RPG games Android iOS. Rogue Slasher offline ARPG. Such a simple roguelike action RPG game offline we will have on mobile. This game has a small size and is really playable on any device. The game will let the player pick a variety of abilities each time we kill every enemy in stages. The ability will boost every single hero status based on which ability we are selecting. We will have 2 different weapons that are switchable anytime, which are sword and arrow. But of course, we can buy a different weapon like an axe, spear, hammer, or even mace. Every single weapon can be obtained by spending the gold. So really important on clearing the area to get a bundle of gold to build up our hero. While we are at the village, some of the features is on progress and developing by the game's developer. They are quite active on updating the game, so we can write a good review through the Play Store and let them work by seeing our comments. This is the best offline RPG games for Android iOS. Hades Mobile. This is new offline RPG games that only available for iOS platforms. The game is ported from high quality platforms, that's why the level of the visual is a top tier. I really love to see how amazing the art style looks. It's pretty addictive and has a unique visual if we compare it with the other games. The combat mechanism is truly giving the freedoms. We can dodge, unleash the skill, and do a basic attack without thinking of the stamina cost or energy cost. Hades Mobile is taking a great mythologist god. That's why some of the gods' names would be familiar, like Hades, Prometheus, Rhea. When we face the common monster, they seems too easy, but hold down your sword when facing the gods. They are way too strong in many aspects. We must be fully in concentration mode to prevent the incoming attack to win the combat. This is the best offline RPG game for iOS. BW and Heroes. BW and Heroes Offline. The first impression I play of this game is a dark fantasy theme. Look at how the village ambience and also the combat arena is pretty dark. I love everything about it. No wonder the game has been downloaded by over 1 million players. But what I concern about is we need to watch the ads to get a key to enter the dungeons. The ads take quite long times. Hopefully the developer will make it shorter and giving enough of the key without seeing the ads, because the game seems to focus on offline. There are two heroes available to select. They are Berserker with an axe and also the Hunter with a bow and sword as her weapon. I prefer to pick the Hunter class because most of her skill is area of effect skill, which has a wider range effect. Would you play this game because we need to get the key through seeing the ads? Please write in the comments below. Shadow RPG Bonus Shadow RPG fighting games. 100% I guarantee none of you know this game exists on Play Store because this game is not on Play Store yet. It's made by a fanmate, which is an indie games developer, even though the game is not finished yet, but so far I love it. The gameplay of this game is a story action hack and slash game. We'll get a limited skill of lightning, ice and fire. We can recharge those skill numbers by watching the ads, but I think you don't need to do it because we can do an instant kill by doing an assassination or stealth by coming from behind. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please help this channel grow and always try to find the hidden game offline by tapping the like buttons. See you on the next video. Thanks.